So, a few days ago, an event came out for Black Ops 6 called King of the Dead. And as far as I'm aware, the event works is what happens is you'll get put into a leaderboard with basically 29 other people who play the game, and as you're playing, you'll earn points depending on like what you kill during playing zombies and how well you place. Like basically, the higher the points, the higher your place on the leaderboard, and the better the rewards you will get. And on paper, this is a really cool event and idea, and I think if they'd have implemented it in a better way, it would have been honestly really cool to take part in. However, to me, this just seems like a really last-minute, put-together kind of event that not a lot of thought went into. And let's just talk about why. So, first of all, we have the rewards. And instead of it being something cool, like maybe a special camo that you get just for being maybe in the top 3 or something like that, or maybe getting a special calling card, or something that would, you know, maybe set you apart from everybody else, it's just gobblegums. That's all you get from this event. You don't get anything really special. It's just gobblegums. And if we break down the rewards based off of placement, top 30 you'll get a cashback, then top 25 you'll get shields up and stock option, top 20 you'll get a free fire gobblegum, top 15 you'll get 1 soda fountain and 1 who's keeping score, top 10 you'll get a wall power gobblegum, top 5 you'll get a crate power and 1 idle eyes gobblegum, top 3 you'll get a wonder bar, ooh, very exciting, and then first place you'll get a near-death experience and a perkaholic gobblegum. And now I'm pretty sure, but you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, first place will get all the rewards that I just listed there and not just the ones in first place. But if it is the other way around where you only get the ones in your specific spot, that would be stupid. But I'm pretty sure it does work, that it's a cumulative reward sort of thing, so you would get everything. So yeah, that's my first kind of issue with it. It just seems like they didn't want to give anybody anything special for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe they couldn't think of something cool to give the players, or... I honestly have no idea. But the next issue is even more prevalent, I think, in just the kind of laziness in how this event actually works. So obviously, if you play zombies, you will get a certain amount of points, but it also depends on what you do during playing zombies. So for example, if you kill a zombie, just a regular ass zombie, you will get 1 point. But then if you kill something like a special zombie, you will get 25 points. And then an elite zombie kill will get you 100 points. So, as you can see, the more powerful the enemy, the more points you get, that kind of stuff. Now, this is where things get a little interesting, because I personally really like this idea, but there is a big problem with it. So, they have added rewards for completing the quests on Black Ops 6, so all of the main Easter eggs, you will get points for doing these. So if you complete the Liberty Falls quest, you will get 3,500 points. The Terminus quest, you will get 7,500. Citadel de Moor, you will get 10,000 points. The Tomb, you will get 6,000 points, and Shattered Veil, you will get 9,000 points. And so you might be wondering why certain quests get more points than others, and if I had to guess, and I've seen this going around on Twitter a little bit as well, I believe it's to do with the average completion time of each of these main quests. So that being the case, it looks like Citadel takes longer than Shattered Veil, Shattered Veil takes longer than Terminus, Terminus takes longer than Tomb, and obviously Tomb takes longer to complete than Liberty Falls. So you might be wondering then, since you know you get a decent amount of points from this kind of stuff, maybe it's just a one-time completion? And the answer to that is no. You can do these as many times as you like. And to be honest, it would be relatively balanced if there wasn't a pretty interesting exploit to do during this event. And now this is an exploit I've done in the past, in which I used it on Terminus in order to fight the boss fight with every weapon. And this is basically where you save before going in the boss fight. You make sure you clear around if you do save beforehand. I would personally save beforehand just to make sure that I have a save file. But yeah, once you save and you clear around, you then go into the boss fight, you beat the boss and make sure you get it completed, and then you leave the game without saving. And then when you go back, you should still have your save file just before you fight the boss. You will then need to clear another round before you go in the boss fight, so that you have, you know, your save file still there, because if you don't clear the round that you go back in on, you will not keep your save file, it will just be gone. So making sure you clear around here is actually very important. But yeah, you can just keep doing this boss fight over and over again, and because it's basically based off of when you beat the boss, you will get these amount of points for completing the particular quest you're doing. So if you're doing Citadel, for example, you will constantly get 10,000 points just by going into the boss fight every single time. And so this has led to some people managing to get like 100,000 points within basically an hour, which is absolutely insane. And the thing is, personally, I actually really like this exploit for being able to kind of test different weapons on the boss. Like, I think doing something like that is just really kind of cool. But for an event like this, it really shouldn't have been structured like this. They should have known about this being in the game to begin with anyway. So I think a better way of doing it is to have a one-time reward for each individual quest, but maybe have it 10 times as much, so that like everybody can do it and everybody will be able to get that reward if they complete the quest, and then maybe go to just killing zombies afterwards. That's just my kind of thought on it anyway. I feel like they could have done this way better. That being said, there's a couple of other things I would have done probably differently. Stuff like, where's grief in this? Like, they could have added grief as a thing. Maybe if you win a grief match, you get a decent amount of points. Because who is going to be playing grief with this event on? Like, I don't think anybody would play it, because it wouldn't get you, like, any points compared to doing high rounds on something like the Tomb, which is the second fastest way of getting points other than just the Citadel Demore Easter egg. And also, I think just an extra event in general, like its own kind of mode to get points would have been nice. You know, maybe playing something like Onslaught, where you have to follow that orb around and you get like some special enemies and elites every few rounds. Something like that could have been really fun for this leaderboard and this kind of a tournament thing. And everybody would have been on the same playing field, and it would have been just something new and fun for everybody to experience. But instead, they just go this lazy route of just, oh, here's everything that you've already got in play. Just go and do that for this tournament that we clearly didn't test. And it's just a real shame that these kind of events have been so lackluster with Black Ops 6. Because an event is something that you should kind of look forward to. But I've found myself with every event they've posted just being like, oh, not this again. Like, think about most of the events we've had. It's just, oh, you kill zombie, you collect the thing for the event, and then you unlock the things. That's been the structure for pretty much most events in Black Ops 6. And so it just feels more like a chore than something to be excited by. And like, if you're enjoying these events, again, more power to you. I'm glad you're enjoying them. But I just feel like they could do so much more that they're just maybe not able to, or maybe they just don't want to do. Who knows, really. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about this event real quick, share my thoughts. Maybe you guys feel the same, maybe you don't. Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, in all seriousness, thanks for watching the video and listening to my dumbass talk about stuff. And yeah, I'll hopefully catch you in the next one. Peace.